Hey guys, F126 here and welcome to Highlights of UFC Round 1 Season 2 at Australia, and we are here on F1 2016 today. And in UFC Season 1, which I didn't upload because I'm lazy, I actually finished second on this track behind Dizzy Cupid, but obviously the field will be much more competitive this season, and we're going to be very lucky to get within the top 5, I'd say. But we're going to give it our best shot. Australia, one of our strongest tracks on the calendar, and as Luke is away watching Plymouth Argyle get smashed, we are going to be filling in today, and hopefully we can bring home some solid points for the F1 League. Our teammate is Project 904, so hopefully we can get a good result here for the boys. And on our qualifying lap, as you can see, it's intermediates. The track is drying out, so hopefully we can get in another lap after this, because I don't think this will be our best opportunity at a fast lap. It's been alright so far, probably still a little bit of time in there, but at this point I'm trying to get a bank. As you can see, I'm currently in P13, which is not where I want to be starting, so we need to improve this drastically as you come through the chicane there. Quite difficult, easy on the power, a bit of oversteer, but we're taking that reasonably nicely overall as we head down the back straight towards the high speed left-right chicane. I think we're going to go down to 4th for the first part, and indeed we do. And can we get it accelerated past the second part? The curve trucks us onto the exit curve, just about keeping it between the white lines there as we head down towards turn number 13. Now, can we get this braked nicely down into first gear, which probably isn't the correct choice of gear, but we've taken that reasonably nice. I think second would have actually been better as we now come through the third to last corner reasonably nicely there before entering the penultimate corner. We don't lock up. We probably take too much curve on the apex, but whatever. Hopefully we can get a nice run through the last corner, which indeed we can, and we're going to be heading up to the water line now for I think what's going to be P9, but I think we're going to go again. And as you can see, on our second lap, as you can see, we're about 1.5 tenths up as we head towards the chicane now. Once again, putting it down into 4th gear. Can we nail this? We've taken a bit too much speed. We've run wide on the curve, and we're going to have to lift off to negate the advantage there, as we had once again into sector 3. We're still only a tenth down, so if we boss this sector, but no, we've waffled that corner as well, so I highly doubt we'll improve, and as you see, we don't. So we're down in P11 at the moment, which I suspect will become a worse position when everyone's finished their laps. So as we can see, it's RBZ taking pole ahead of the Flying Finn and Mike Marshmallow, but RBZ got a quali ban because he didn't upload his footage, so I'm sure his lap was really legit. But as you can see, it's not been ideal for us. We're down in P13 with our teammate Project in P10. So let's head into the race now, and as you can see, it is nice and dry, and that is predicted for the entirety of this race. We're going for the one stop known as soft medium, which I think we should be able to make easily with fresh tyres, and I suspect most people will go for the same. So yeah, let's head out to the formation lap now. As you can see, the strategy there, definitely the best strategy. I think the 2-stop is viable, and even if you start on the super softs, the 1-stop is a possible strategy if you get a safety car at the right time, as we've seen in the F1 League, which I uploaded a couple of days ago. But yeah, we're just going to go for the simple 1-stop on the softs, and that appears to be what most people have done as well. J Pierce ahead going for the super softs, but I suspect a majority of people are going to choose the soft tyres to start this race. Surprisingly, my teammate Project, despite doing the 1-stop in the F1 League, chose not to do the 1-stop today, so not particularly sure what's going on there. But yeah, coming through turn 1 on the formation lap. I know that qualifying doesn't mean anything really in this league, and if I can keep my nose clean, I was pretty confident that I could easily get points in this race. So, skipping towards the end of the formation lap now, we have 20 cars, which is all full attendance from all the leagues. I'll tell you what league everyone's representing when we come to battle them. But yeah, we've got 2 streamers, Casey Legends and Rapids, are live streaming the race to Twitch, so I'll leave a link to that in the description, so if you want to go and watch next week. So we're going to go through XRL LGS there, who unsurprisingly is representing XRL, as we pull into our 13th place on the grid alongside Jay Pierce of UCRC. So we now have the lights now. We have 4 lights, we have 5 lights, and Season 2 of ULC is underway. We've got a decent start there as we head down towards turn 1, slightly better than Jay Pierce, who's actually on the mediums, even though it said it was on the super softs earlier. That's really good from Codemaster. So we're going to head into turn 1, nicely maintaining position at the moment. Jay Pierce has gone a bit slow through turn 2. We've had to dab on the brakes, and that's lost Jork to a position to LGS, but we're going to go up the inside into turn 3. I think we've been a bit late on the brakes there. We've just managed to get it stopped. We've just left Jay Pierce enough space. I think he might have hit us there, but he could have used the space I left him on the outside. Jork's gone past us, but then he's had to run wide for Reversal's car that's been spun out in the middle of the track. So that means we're up into P11 here as we head towards the end of Sector 1 on lap 1, just behind our teammate Project, who, as you can see, is on the super softs as we head through this flat right-hander now down towards turn 9. Hopefully we can stick with these guys and make inroads on the top 10. But as you can see, Project's gone for an aggressive move on Azar reactions. He's made it stick, and that's given Azar an awful exit, but I was stuck with nowhere to go, really, so I had to lift off the throttle there as we now head down towards the chicane. Azar's lagging a bit there, so hopefully we're not going to have any issues passing him. But as you can see, he's getting quite a lot on us through the chicane. We've got quite a big gap behind to BPR Goblin, which is nice, and we're now going to head down towards the final sector. I think we're just going to stay on board for the time being and see if anything occurs. At the moment we're falling back, which is not what we want. I need the pace here to keep up with these guys, and we take an interesting line through the penultimate corner there. But yeah, I hadn't done much practice for this race, but I knew my pace was reasonably solid. But as you can see, we're already dropping quite a bit back from Azar, which is not ideal, but we can just keep it consistent. There's a lot of people who have to make 2 stops within the top 10, and hopefully we can use this to our advantage as we head through turn 1 there, coming down towards turn number 3 for the second time, and breaking down nicely. And as you can see, there's an absolute orgy in the wall there. There's at least 4 cars that have been blown up. I think Cyril Hamilton caused that collision. And yep, that's us up into P7 due to whatever just occurred. Not even sure, to be honest, but yep, we'll take it. We're now up into a much better position than we were before as we now head through the chicane. Once again, we haven't lost much time to Azar in the first sector, so that's good. Maybe we found our feet. It might have taken us a little bit of time, but we appear to now have found our feet, and hopefully we can catch back up to Azar nice and quickly so we can get on with helping our teammate get some solid points here, because Project is obviously the undisputed #1 driver. I'm nowhere near as quick with the yellow flags again. As you can see, Mike Marshmallow has spun out on the infield there after a controversial collision with the Flying Finn. So unbelievable scenes. We're now up into P6 and Project is in P5 or maybe P4. No, he's in P4 because he's battling. No, what am I saying? He's in P3 because he's ahead of Alonso. Azar runs wide and then lags into Project there. And what the hell has just gone on there? I can't believe it. It's happened again, lads. We've been lagged into, and this time we're out of the race here on lap 2. And we're going to take a slow motion replay to see exactly what happened. So Azar runs wide there. So it's like, yep, I can have this position. But then he lags forward and hits off STS Alonso. I was like, alright, that's fine. I'll take this position then. Because obviously Alonso's in the gravel then. But once again, this suddenly happens. Azar lags into us, smashes us off. Obviously nothing he could do, but it's ridiculous, to be honest. How unlucky can you get this can happen in 2 Australia races in a row, and we're out of the race. So there you can see the results on screen. The Flying Finn took the win ahead of his teammate, with my teammate Project taking home a solid 3rd ahead of CRU, with RG Matties in 5th and Azar in 6th. Cyril Rosberg took 7th after some controversial lag incidents, including with Sam, who also had a lag incident just like in the F1 League, this time on their last lap, and he was taken out of a solid points position for Apollo. But yeah, CK the Flying Scott takes home 9th with LGS in 10th and Mike in 11th. Quite a lot of DNFs. But yeah, that's been it for today. I hope you enjoyed my very short ULC Australia race, and I might see you for a race later in the season, maybe Silverstone, but I doubt it, to be honest. So that's it for ULC for the moment. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.